Bahlali sanibonani. Yabona ke ukuthi njengoba bahamba labantu labo sesicale ngama South African. Nango wase South Africa uyathengisa manje uBobby. Ubani igama lakho baba? Umpho. Wase zone bani? Zone 6. Yes, yeah, yabo. Laka. Baya supporta bahlali. Baya supporta yeah. Hayi asibambeni abahambe
ma TikTok amahle guys ngicela ningiboniseni yo guys mina I'm based in Alexander Township lama somaleni laweni wabonayo lapha across the street asole thina sirana ibusiness. Let me show you my business guys because every time ngishutha oh angaze mina ngantshengisa ibusiness lami guys. This is my business. You can see ama-feature amagcwele mfethu. I'm working here angidlali and anginandaba nabo. We understand abafethu iSomaliland because abantu everyone vele is been asking amaSomaliland ukuthi ahamba nini. iSomaliland lela lisuka lapha guys by 4 bazobuza mina eSouth African ukuthi ngiyeke futhi akangibuza uyangitshela ukuthi I must stop sending people to his shop from nini. Yo guys ayisedelela ngeke in Alexander Township in my fucking roots la elenzani ngizobuza iSomaliland mina yo kodwa ngimiyekanga ngimtshela amasimba guys mara ngicela ningiboniseni from that distance basuke baphuma amaSomaliland ayi4 azongilanda azongibuza ukuthi mina bathi bangitshela bathi stop sending people to our shop. Ngike ngasenda abantu mina estoro sabo because I'm doing my thing, they are also doing their thing. Anginendaba nabo futhi yo guys yazini I'm fuming yazini yo guys ayangeke guys sicela usizwe never.
So what's happening now? No, I'm busy. You busy? You busy doing what? You busy doing what? You busy with what? Yes. 30 minutes
Right guys, I'm here with Jerome from JNL Clothing, right Jerome?
Yes sir.
Jerome, thanks for having us come here to your operation. Although it's under sad circumstances, I do believe you are wanting to close your CMT, or I can see many machines lying empty here. I believe you wanted to close your operation down?
Yeah, it's got to a point where now we have to close down.
How many years in the industry?
I've been in the industry for 16 years. If you count everything, our family's been here for 34.
How many employees do you have here?
We have 23 employees, 2 are foreigners, and 21 is all local people.
21 local people, and you have two foreigners employed with you.
Right.
So you've tried to keep it local, tried to keep the locals employed.
As best as we can.
If I may ask you, when you employed the foreigners, how long ago were they employed with you?
One of the guys was employed here since, I'd say about 12 years.
So they're quite long ago, yeah. So right now, one of the problems facing the industry, which you have said to me, is that, and one of the reasons, as you said to me, you might say it yourself here, is that you can't handle the stress of tomorrow you can be arrested by immigration for having that foreigner with you. Am I right?
Correct.
So every day you open, every day you stand the risk of being arrested.
Being arrested and being incarcerated, however you want to put it.
For having a foreigner who's been running your business, assisting you running your business quite well. Like you'll say he's a valued employee at this point.
He is, and I've known him for a while. His character is good and his work ethic is excellent.
And you train him from the ground up, right? As you said.
Ground up, as we do.
So, might I add, to replace him tomorrow is not going to be easy.
No, it's not going to be very easy.
Yeah. So, when the government is calling for replacement of locals or foreigners with locals, it's not as easy as they make it seem. Like you just take the guy and place him in the position. Would I be correct in saying that?
Correct. Some of these guys have time invested in them, money and expertise invested in them.
So that's the message I'm getting from a lot of CMT guys. The reason is you can't just blanketly take someone. Even I think the most skilled job, so to speak, is the machinist, and that is the heart and soul of the CMT industry. Am I right?
Correct. Yeah. It is.
And you've alluded to something early on, which many people speak about, but no one wants to speak about openly. But you said, if you have members on your floor right now, and you showed me an example of it, you'd have a local person who's unable to produce and do the what shall I say? We're going to put it succinctly.
Can I put it another way?
Yeah.
Succinctly, right? We work in a score system. Most factories work in a score system. The minimum score, even if you look at bargaining council standards, is about 80 garments an hour, which is about 1 garment every 45 seconds. If you actually check the scores are shocking. They are vastly different.
You mean local and foreigner?
Yes, sir.
And I think that's something most people don't want to talk about and don't want to accept. But you I think the heart of the industry is to make score, is to make your production.
Correct.
Because you work on such low levels. Your profit.
So low pricing points.
Yeah, your profit.
Yeah.
And then of course the bargaining council as well comes into play. They want minimum wages, etc. But from what I understand, the prices you're being paid for your garments, it's becoming almost impossible to achieve.
The price point that we're getting on our garments pushes up the production levels that we need for a week, which are getting to a point where it's unattainable at the moment.
So these are all, I've heard this from numerous industries. This is what's going on. And so I think at least 23 people are going to lose their jobs.
Correct. By next week, unfortunately, 23 people are going to lose their
And that's not good for the South African economy when the unemployment is so high.
Like I told you before, the company is in debt. We've been using personal savings to float the company. We out of personal savings at the moment. There is no other way that we can see forward. If we get even more debt, we actually
You can't. Nobody can run a business not to make a money, not to make a profit, and to put out of your own pocket is the worst thing.
And you talk to a lot of the guys that are in the industry. A lot of them are actually at the moment pulling out of their pocket and trying to float their business.
By the way, the sad news is I know many others I'm going to go see who are in the same boat as you, at the dying end of a business and wanting to close down. So, firstly, thank you for sharing your story with us. I think you have a good camaraderie with your workers here. I think you feel for them and you've trained them a lot.
They're like family now for the time that they've been here. But as I said, it reaches a point where there's nothing that we can do to help anybody.
Jerome, thank you for your time. Thank you for sharing us, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir.
Hi, did you know that in Bellville, Somalians have clashed with the Xhosa traders, and they have told them that they basically must go back to the Eastern Cape, and that the Western Cape is for them to trade as Somalis. And they have done that, brandishing sticks and all sorts of things, right? Now, this is in and of itself violence. So the question I have is then, so the Western Cape government, right, and then the Home Affairs Division and anything, and the SAPS within the Western Cape, where are they when such things happen? That's number one. Number two, what has been interesting on the 30th of June is that we've seen, prior to even the 30th of June happening, the exodus has been some Nigerians, some Ghanaians, then largely now on June 30th, Malawians and some Zimbabweans. Now, what is interesting is that the Pakistani, Bangladeshi, Asian, Chinese, Somalians, Ethiopians, Sudanese, they're all still here because they are defiant, meaning the ones who are illegal in this country are still here. And the very same ones continue to trade, right? They continue to do business in South Africa. So, aside of you can wait for government to do X and Y, but the very same government has benefited from the very same people who've been in this country illegally. So what South Africans should do is that they boycott. They need to boycott their stores. They need to boycott anything that has to do with anybody that is in this country illegally. And that, to me, is the only way that we are going to get the right sort of response and the right sort of what's the word, when you see people come here they come here as economic migrants. There are no wars. There are no wars anywhere, right? And they're claiming asylum. They're claiming all this nonsense, right? So we know that these are the facts, right? So all South Africans have to do is stop supporting them. Don't go to restaurants where South Africans aren't being hired. Stop. In life, you vote with your feet. So South Africans must simply wake up. Stop supporting people who are illegal in this country. Don't buy from them. Don't patronize their businesses. And that goes for South African people who continue to hire illegal people. Don't patronize their businesses. The Black Americans did that with what? With Target. Why? Because Target pulled away its diversity, inclusion, and equity, what. And so Black Americans pulled out. Right? In as much as African Americans are, their percentages is small, but they are huge. They spend billions upon billions. that they add towards the U.S. economy in terms of being consumers. So yeah, so that is felt. So so that really is my my response to this, and this is what I say we should do. Yeah, and now you know.